Think most people get rich because they're brilliant? Well, think again. The truth is, they get rich because they behave differently with money. It's less about what you know and more about what you do. This video breaks down 5 powerful ideas from the incredible book, The Psychology of Money. We'll explore how these insights can help you save more, stress less, and finally stop comparing yourself to people who just look richer than they actually are. Ready? Let's begin. The first big idea is a game changer. It's not how smart you are, it's how you behave. Seriously, you could have a PhD in finance and still end up broke. Meanwhile, someone with no formal education can retire early simply by being consistent. Money isn't an IQ test. It's about cultivating patience and discipline. It's about avoiding catastrophic mistakes and doing the boring things, like saving a little bit of money month after month, year after year. Think about investing. You don't need some complex algorithm to perfectly time the market. In fact, trying to do that often leads to failure. What you really need to do is just start investing as early as you can and keep at it consistently. That simple act is behavior, not some stroke of genius. It's what truly builds wealth over time. Brilliance is overrated. Behavior is what pays the bills. The second big idea is that luck and risk shape everything. We love to tell these simple, clean stories about success. They worked hard, they took a risk, and they got rich. And while hard work is crucial, behind every massive success, there's always an element of luck. Being born in the right country, meeting the right person at the right time, or launching an idea when the market was unexpectedly ready for it. By the same token, behind many failures isn't a lack of effort, but just bad luck or an unforeseen risk that wiped them out. A perfect example is Bill Gates. He was brilliant, no doubt, but he also happened to attend one of the only high schools in the entire world that had a computer back in 1968. That is a massive stroke of luck. Thousands of other kids were just as smart, but they never got that chance or that early exposure. The takeaway here is to respect the power of luck. Be careful whose success story you try to copy blindly because you can't replicate their lucky breaks. And likewise, be a little more forgiving of those who fail. You never know what unlucky risks they encountered. Third, you need to understand that getting wealthy and staying wealthy are 2 completely different skills. Getting wealthy often requires taking risks. It's about being bold, starting that business, investing aggressively when you're young, and putting in the long hours. It's an offensive game. But staying wealthy? That's all about defense. It requires avoiding risks, protecting what you've built, saving diligently, and being cautious. It's about survival. Think about it. Someone might build a huge business and make millions of dollars. They were incredible at taking risks. But if they don't develop the second skill, controlling their ego, managing their spending, and avoiding stupid risks, they can lose it all just as quickly. The bold, aggressive mindset that helps you build wealth isn't always the one that helps you keep it. You need to be bold enough to build it, but humble enough to keep it. You need both. Our fourth big idea is one of the most powerful forces in the universe, compounding. But it only works if you give it one crucial ingredient: time. Money grows slowly at first, then all at once, seemingly overnight. People look at Warren Buffett's incredible wealth and are amazed. But the secret isn't just that he's a great investor. It's that he started investing when he was just 10 years old and never stopped. Most of his net worth was accumulated after he turned 60. That is the power of decades of uninterrupted compounding. Here's a more relatable example. If you invest just $200 a month from age 20 to 60 and get average stock market returns, you'll likely end up with over $500,000. That's not magic. It's just patience. The real magic is in the time you let your money work for you. Time is the most powerful financial tool you have, more than a high salary or a lucky stock pick. Don't interrupt it. The fifth and final big idea is perhaps the most profound. Wealth is what you don't see. That fancy car, the designer handbag, the enormous house, those things don't represent wealth. They represent what someone spent. They show money going out the door. Real wealth is invisible. It's the money that people don't spend. It's the unspent income that has compounded into savings, investments, and most importantly, freedom. Wealth is the ability to wake up one day and say, I can do whatever I want today. The person driving a 10-year-old car but has zero debt and could afford to take a year off work to spend with their family. That person is wealthy. Spending is for showing off. Saving is what builds real, lasting power. So, how can we apply these incredible lessons to our own lives? Let's make it practical. Here are 3 simple steps you can take today. First, track your spending for 1 week. Don't judge yourself or feel guilty. Just become aware of where your money is going. Second, start or increase your monthly savings, even if it's just by $10. The habit is more important than the amount. And third, pick one boring but powerful financial goal, like creating a plan to pay off a single credit card. Want to go deeper? Try this 7-day experiment. Every day, write down one financial decision you made, and more importantly, the emotion behind it. Was it fear? Pride? Peer pressure? Excitement? You'll start to see the hidden patterns that drive your behavior with money. And finally, a reflection question for you. What's one money habit you have been copying from someone else, maybe your parents or a friend, that might not actually be serving you? The core message of the psychology of money is that financial success is not about being the richest person in the room. It's about being calm, consistent, and in control of your own life. It's about having options and freedom. If these ideas resonated with you, I think you'll love our next video, where we break down atomic habits and how to make these small financial changes actually stick. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.